welcome back to the Blu Ray Hunter. I'm the Blu Ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and we got a fun show for you guys. I'm gonna be doing basically a community thing that started with James over at 20 and 21st Movies. He started a thing where he's gonna be kind of your desert island picks for your for Criterion. Now these are going to be sort of a order, but not in any specific order. But these are like your picks that, if you were on a deserted island, or if you were like in or if you like basically were in a burning house and you had to pick 10 movies, what 10 movies would you pick? Kind of thing. By the way, that's my sister's dog Claire running around. She'll be in and out probably as we go. So just be prepared. If it happens again, she's here. But hold on. I'm gonna give my as you can see, also there's a new setup here. I'm not using this like I normally use. I am using a new Blue Yeti microphone. So we're gonna see if the sound sounds any better or whatnot. I also got an armband for it, like a microphone arm, but unfortunately it was missing the only piece, that that I needed for I think it's missing it. Oh, yeah, so it's missing the only piece that could basically help this whole thing. And so I had to order that, and so that should be here tomorrow or Wednesday. If it comes tomorrow, I'll be able to shoot another video and have the microphone arm, but right now also I have a stand that's that my webcam is on. I'm not 100% happy with it. I may have to get a different stand at some point, but for now it'll do. You can see it's at a different angle than I normally do it. Normally it's kind of more head on, and here it's a little higher. So maybe that's good. I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at this after it's done and see what I think of the whole thing. So this is a test video, but I wanted to do a community video on the Blu Ray Hunter community on basically my top 10 movies. If I had to pick 10 movies that I want to take with myself to the to a desert island, which ones would I take? And these are the number one ones for it. These are the picks of the movies that I would grab if I had to pick movies that I wanted to watch over and over again on the Criterion. And so how I picked it too, I just want to explain this real quick before I go into it. How I picked it too was I made sure to pick the movies that not only like I have rewatchability to me that I could watch over and over again, but that I have watched over and over again generally. There might be one or two that I picked that I haven't watched all that much, but I would. And every one of them will come with a little, me talking about them. So here we go. All right. So first off, we have The Princess Bride. The Princess Bride is a treasure to me. I grew up watching this movie. I was, I believe, 5 when this movie came out, or about that age. And my parents would show this to me all the time. We just watch this over and over again. And so it's one of those movies that I think, you know, um, kind of just defines who I am as a person. So if anybody ever and as you can see, Princess Bride's in my back. That's one of my favorite films of all time. And it's a Criterion film. I don't think any of the other ones I have up there are Criterion films. Some of them should be. True Romance is an Arrow movie, and Ed Wood should be a Criterion film, but don't know why it's not. But yeah, this movie is incredible. I love the like little book, version of it, the digibook version of it. Next is a movie like that you might know, might not know. It's Mike Mia Godfrey. It's my mother's favorite movie. I believe she's at least she's told me that before she passed away. And I loved it. I absolutely thought it was one of the funniest movies. She absolutely loved the father in it, and I can see why. And I think this is just a sweet, sweet, sweet movie. I really enjoyed it. Um, Sadly, I don't think it has any commentary, which I would have loved to hear. But there's some new interviews on the director and things like that. So interesting. It was a good movie, and I'd definitely watch it over and over again. I would definitely want to take it with me. Another movie is Rebecca. It's gonna have a Hitchcock movie in there. This is by far one of my favorite Hitchcock movies of all time. It's like a ghost story without being a ghost story, you know? It's just wonderful. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's basically about this woman who gets married to this guy she doesn't know anything really about it. Like she gets married really quickly, like they just start seeing each other and then go right into marriage. Like most Hitchcock movies, by the way, if you notice that happens a lot in Hitchcock movies. But they get married and then she finds out sort of he has a past with his ex-wife. And there's more to it and stuff than that. It's crazy. All right. Another movie is one of my favorite Hollywood movies, like about Hollywood, and that's The Player. And this movie I could definitely watch over and over again. And it's got a great cast. I mean, look at that. Tim Robbins. I can't say her last name. Greta Scacchi? Scott it was yeah. Fred Ward, Whoopi Goldberg, Peter Gallagher. I mean, it's a Robert Altman film. It's just wonderful. It definitely makes you realize like how much Hollywood's changed. Oh, a classic movie. You can't go. So like usually my go-to people are like, Robert Altman or Rob Reiner or Hitchcock or Terry Gilliam. And this is by far one of my favorite. Look at that lenticular, I think lenticular, whatever, art right there. It's really freaking cool. Um This is the 4K. That's why you get that like awesome thing, but you also get that's the awesome slipcover for it. It this is one of the only slipcovers I'd want to stay because it's a little cool, you know. I don't really like slipcovers. I'm not a big fan. You get a little annoying to me. That's another reason I like Criterion because most of them don't have slipcovers. But if they do have a slipcover, it's pretty cool, like this. So I'm okay with that. If you haven't seen this movie, it is freaking crazy. It is a lot of fun. We did it for Criterion Watch and we had a blast. Actually, did we do? So far, we've done all of these on Criterion Watch. We have not done this one on Criterion Watch, but one day we will, I'm sure. I don't think we did on Criterion. I know, did we do it for, we didn't do it for anything yet, which is Dazed and Confused. This is a classic film. Absolutely love this movie. And it's one of those feel good end of the year, into this, right before the day before summer, kind of end of school, whatever, where some people are trying to figure out what's going to happen next when they get to high school, and the other end is like what's going to happen after high school. And if you're really into teen dramas and comedies, and this is definitely a comedy, this is the Blu-ray edition. Sadly, I need to get the 4K at some point of it, but just haven't upgraded yet. Yet being the operative word. Next is a great movie. I mean, all of these are great movies. So don't get me wrong. I'm not ever saying any ones that aren't. Next one is Fast Times at Ridgemont High, another teen comedy. This one's done by Amy Heckerling and written by Cameron Crowe, who is one of my favorite writers. A lot of people know that already. Like Cameron Crowe is one of the people who's big influence on me. Absolutely love and adore this movie. If you haven't seen it, it's basically well, what happened was Cameron Crowe was trying to, he's getting a job at the Rolling Stone when he was like 16 or something, like he graduated early and all this stuff, and he made himself out to look like somebody else or whatever. And he ended up doing basically they ended up saying, well, since you're still young and you look young, whatever, we're gonna have you go investigate a high school and do like an article for it or whatever. He ended up writing a book called Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Got turned into a movie script. That he wrote, and then Amy Heckerling directed, and it was a really, really good movie. And here's one, Asphalt Jungle. This is a like sort of crime drama. I really enjoyed this movie. Now, it would be between this and The Killing, which is Stanley Kubrick. And as much as I love Stanley Kubrick, who directed this one? John Huston. John Huston did a fantastic job with this one because I was really enthralled. I wanted to know what was going to happen. I was at the edge of my seat the whole time. This is a movie that I'd watch over and over again for sure. So I definitely recommend The Asphalt Jungle if you've never seen it. It's one of my top 10 movies that that I would definitely it's there on the top 10 of movies that I would watch over and over again. And if I were on Desert Island, I'd want this there with me. All right. This is the last regular Blu-ray, and then I'm gonna do a box set. And I'm gonna talk about the box set that I have that I would take on a deserted island with me. I'll tell you why. But before then, I wanted to pick something that was a little colder. It's a movie that is meant for, but it still is a very sweet movie. Even though it's got a little bit of, I don't know, not so sweet stuff in it, which is Chilly Scenes of Winter. If you have never seen this movie, it's really, really good movie. We did do it on uh Criterion Watch. I think the only ones we hadn't done on this in these right now is Dazed and Confused, and we haven't done Asphalt Jungle for Criterion Watch. We're gonna do it eventually for both of those, I think. If not for Criterion Watch, Film Freaks will probably get either one of those. But Chilly Scenes of Winter basically is a love story. Stars John Hurd, the dad from Home Alone, uh, in his starring, like a big starring role. And I get excited when I see him on a starring role because he's such a great actor. I know him from like Home Alone, I know him from Big, and then I see him in like movies like this, and I'm like, why didn't he become a bigger star? Like he should have been. So yeah, Chilly Scenes of Winter. What was really cool was it does have an interview with the producers and stuff, which was Mark was it Griffin Dunn, Mark Metcalf, and Amy Robinson, who all produced this movie together. They're all actors who just got together and they said they wanted to produce movies. Griffin has a small part in this movie. Uh, he plays sort of like the boyfriend of John Hurd's sister, and it's pretty good. I mean, I always love Griffin Dunn and everything he does. So there you go. Definitely check out Chilly Scenes of Winter. It's on my list of my some of my favorites. And last, but definitely not least, I don't know if you got a chance to see what that was. It's America's Lost and Found, the BBS story. This has Head, Easy Rider, Five Easy Pieces, Drive, He Said, A Safe Place, The Last Picture Show, and The King of Marvin Gardens, all in their own individual cases. So they're not like on like one day. Well, Drive, He Said, and A Safe Place. I think I'm correct. They are on the same. They might be on the same disc. Um, yeah, they are on the same. That's the only one that's on the same disc. I watched. Which one did I watch? I want to say I watched Drive, he said. Which one was Safe Place? Um, I can't tell. I want to say I saw Drive, he said. I was re If that's the one I watched, I was really bored by it. It was not what I was expecting. It's kind of just a boring, like, experimental film. Uh, Five Easy Pieces is also a movie I'm not a really big fan of. It's a really, really, really slow burn movie, but I want to give it another shot at some point. I do love Easy Rider, even though that's kind of a slow burn at times too. It's not a very fast-paced movie, but it's definitely a character study, and Jack Nicholson's character in there is really, really good. He pops in there for like basically a small part, but wonderful part. Um, and uh, and then Head, which is like I reviewed that for this with John Ward because he's a huge Monkees fan and he wanted to review it with me. And once again, not a fan. Like I don't think it's a bad movie. So you're probably wondering why would I keep this? Well, first of all of these movies are like movies that kind of defined that their generation of time, or whatever around that, except for like Drive You Said and A Safe Place. Those are just like from the same group of people. But like Easy Rider, Five Easy Pieces, Last Picture Show, those movies are sort of things like, sort of more independent movies that sort of became bigger, and everything, especially the Last Picture Show. I do plan on buy the Last Picture Show 4K because it also has the sequel from Criterion. But I'm very happy to have this collection, and this is what I would definitely take because I know for sure I definitely want to watch Easy Rider and the Last Picture Show over and over again, and the rest I haven't seen, so it would be fun to just watch them. In fact, I'm gonna try to watch all of these by the end of the year. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to show you real quick. You get Head. So you get that. Put that right here. Let's see. Head. You get Easy Rider. These are not in order of the thing there. The Last Picture Show. Let me see if I can put these right here. Five Easy Pieces. There you go. Drive, he said, in a safe place. And King of Marvin Gardens, which I need to see that, check that out at some point. And the beautiful thing is all these have like this is like selected commentary with featuring director Bob Rafelson. Like it's got special features in every single one of them. Even Drive, he said, in a safe place includes um a commentary and stuff, or interviews and stuff. What's the Five Easy Pieces? Does that come with commentary? Yeah, like Five Easy Pieces come with commentary. So I mean, you're getting a bang for your buck for that. And then you also get this big freaking booklet. It's a ton of stuff, pictures of the stills and pictures from the people. It's just incredible. So I definitely recommend all of these. If you get a chance to get this, this box set, I would do it. What I think I did was because it is like $100 or something. I went on like July, November. I went on the Barnes and Noble website, and because it's not going to be at your local Barnes and Noble, but I looked it up and was able to get it for like half off. So it was well worth it. I mean, like if it's like $50 or even more, it's definitely worth it. I mean, there's 7 movies in there, and including that big booklet too. So it's definitely worth it. So you put them all together, you know, and hold on. Here we go. Put them all together. There you go. I mean, I don't put them in the order that it's probably supposed to go in, but whatever. Anyway, those are all my 10 movies, or well, 9 movies and one box set. And I wanted to make sure that the box set was something I definitely would want to watch over and over again, for sure. I've got a couple other box sets, but not really that many. I need to get more, but they're expensive, so I end up just buying the movies individually. Especially like I wanted to do the Ingmar Bergman one, but I was like, I'm probably only gonna like a couple of them. Like I already have 7 seals, so why don't I just get whatever ones come to 4K? Just buy those. So anyway, that's it. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up and let me know. Or if you had any of your top 10, like what would be movies that you would do it. You could do a video or like I did, or you could do a listing underneath in the comments. But what are like the movies that you would take to a deserted island? Or what are the 10 Criterion films that if your house was burning and you were able to save 10 of them, which 10 would you pick? You know, your Criterion. I like the deserted island a little bit better because it sounds nicer. But aside from that, so thank you, James from 20 and 21st Movies. That was awesome. I'm going to tag a link bottom here for you guys to check his stuff out. And hope you guys enjoyed this. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.